Rumble Studio isn't working today, so I'm just doing it straight off of YouTube. But let's go ahead and hop into this. Never give up. I got a new pair of gloves today, or yesterday. A little bit lighter, but my other ones were starting to wear down, so I needed to get something new. They were only like 20 bucks, so no big deal. Don't need to pay an arm and a leg for your practice boxing gloves. I had a pair like these a while back, and I really liked them, so they're a little lighter. They have a thumb hole. They work. They work pretty well. None of this is with the intent of becoming some type of professional boxer. It's all just trying to keep myself in shape and ensure that I'm able to protect my friends and family. That's it. That's all it is. Oh, wow. There's no way this is too small. Come on now. Serious? I think I might have gotten a pair that were too small. I mean, the size works, but I want to wear them with my wraps. Mm. You know what? I guess I'm going to wear my old ones. It's all right. They are messed up and they're starting to peel inside, but they still work. Hey Chris, how you doing? Yeah, that's right. Time to rock and roll. Stay a while and listen. For some reason, it's not registering you being here. Should show you in the... YouTube's been being really weird the last few days, few weeks. Good, I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that you're doing great. Yeah, usually I'm doing it on Rumble Studio, but Rumble Studio is malfunctioning right now. So I'm just doing it straight off of YouTube. Time delays. Yeah, so that's why, because I'm just going straight to YouTube right now. I guess when I do Rumble Studio, it has to send the signal out to all the different channels that I'm trying to get. So it delays for every single one of them. You'll see my doggo walking around because she's hanging out with me while I work out today. Atlas is the boy, Chiron is the mama dog, and Chiron's down here with me right now, so. See, I would be streaming exclusively to YouTube if I got some traction here, but well, I'm grateful that you're here, Chris. You're the only person that's here. Nobody walking here on here. But, you know, to be frank, very few people watch me on any other platform either. It's just funny when the world tries to tell you over and over that you have nothing of value to offer it. It's funny. C'est la vie. Such is life. I do wonder, though, that handful of people out there where this is the case, especially when they seem rather normal. I seem rather normal, right? Why are they even here? I mean, on Earth. So, you feel that, you think that, and guess what? Box out the anger. Thought about a video you did and referenced points many times while debating self-proclaimed atheists, anti-theists, unbelievers. Well, I'd love to hear what you're talking about. I've made many videos. And I'm grateful that they're having at least some type of ripple effect, and you're discussing those ideas with others. Therefore, I'm not completely impotent in my existence. For sure. Well, I tell you, you live a life where there's no place for you. When it gets down to that point, your place is to just be. The Buddhist mentality, which is not misaligned with the Christian one, despite what many people may think or say. Erase desires, and therefore the enemy cannot misalign expectations with your reality, and therefore cannot defeat you. So I say, it is what it is, que sera sera, c'est la vie. Or, as the doctor from Doctor Who says, allons-y. Come on then. It is what it is. I'm not mad at those who are genuinely trying to fix this, the mess that the world's in. Because I can see it, I know that they're trying. I'm mad at the people that have given up. Therefore, I can't let myself be one of those people. We're all hypocrites, mind you. To one degree or another. Or those who have decided to go anti-creation, anti-building. Those who are indeed opposed to what I'm trying to do in this world. And trying to mute me and make it look like I'm not even in existence. It's the only way that they can win. Suppress the truth. Because when you give the truth its light, the light of day, the darkness is in place for it. Videos, you put it point blank, what is your purpose? And it struck a chord. Many I've come across in these groups don't stop and think about that. Yeah. You know, it's an interesting thing to think about with respect to atheists and anti-theists, like you were saying. And ultimately, if that truly is their perspective on things, then why are they even fighting for anything? Because the foundation of that, if they truly go to, take that philosophy to its logical paroxysm, is nihilism, which is to not care about anything. That existence doesn't matter at all. And if that be the case, why even argue it? There's no purpose to any of that, you know? But anyway. Shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not exactly. So I tell you, YouTube knows what they're doing. They've chosen their side. I've done nothing wrong, and they're trying to unalive me. rumble sensors far less, but there's no money in it. I have 350 videos on that platform, and I've made 21 cents. And I have 10 followers. They know this is the case. They did some type of backdoor deal with the devil. Like, I'll let you exist, but you're not going to have any reach. So that you can make the excuse that there is a platform that exists that's opposed to YouTube and all the others. It's all nonsense. It's a devil's bargain. Over there, though, they'll have no excuse in the end. None whatsoever. Yeah, you can find me at TERR547. Live in such a way that gives your enemies no excuses. That's what I'm resigned to. So here we are. Yeah, I meet with Kara once a week to do our writing sessions. So I should be meeting with her tomorrow. We try to do it on Tuesday, but sometimes we switch it around. So, and I'm still writing that story. I've got 350,000 words written, something like that. I try to keep myself at a reasonable pace so that I don't gas myself. I write 500 words a day. Usually, it varies the time of day that I do it. Yeah, she's doing alright. She's trying to get on that Wegovy stuff. And, semaglutide. But everywhere she's gone has been out of stock. At least the prescription amount that she needs. The goal of the enemy. Trying to wear you out. The only way they can win is if they get you to give up. So that they can blame you. Project their evil onto you. The only way they can win is if they can get you to give up. As simple and obvious as it may seem, it's important to not lose sight of that fact. Exactly. We live at the very beginning of human civilization, or very near to it, all right? If the universe is as old as the astrophysicists believe it to be, 13.7 billion years, and humans have been around for 200,000, and of that, only 10,000 years has been civilization, then we're at the very beginning of everything. Us right here, right now. So those things that seem like very basic, fundamental, foundational truths have hardly even been established yet, such as murder being wrong. So it's easily swayed, completely changing the trajectory of the whole of existence for us. So set in stone those foundations. One of those is, the only way the enemy can beat you is if you give up. You interested in perusing my manuscript? Because if you are, I'm willing to send it to you. Alright, I'll send it to you when I'm done here today. Mind you, it's very long. I do have your email. Maybe you can spread word about it for me around the Discord, so I can get some sales when I publish it all. Oh, I switched to the portions. Yeah. Probably one of those clever techniques that the enemy has of attacking you without anybody knowing. It's deep and pervasive and bad. They seek to sow the seeds of discord and chaos. All right, now time for the row machine. Ciao. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Oh, you're talking about slow in terms of people being there and talking. Gotcha. Well, hopefully, my story will be an interesting topic for people. We'll see. Alright, just waiting a second for this commercial to pass. Gives me a chance to let my feet rest. Okay. It's 11:11 on the Pacific Coast. Make a wish. I will go ahead and just tell you one great thing about the calls is that it's almost always enjoyable and interesting, but Tyler's new baby has taken center stage in his life, as it should. As it should. But I'm just going to go ahead and lay it out there and tell you my story. It's telling you what's actually happening behind the scenes. Lay down. Good girl. Jordan Peterson said, writing is the deepest form of thought. Well, I see thought as part of what it takes to write. Would you agree with his statement? Moreover, what do you think about his statement? Well, let's put it in perspective. Talking about an 80-year-old man, all right? Let's say an 80-year-old man he wrote himself a journal and or an essay every day, all the way up until he got to the age of 80. He's going to be a pretty thoughtful person at that point, right? He will have fleshed out opinions, fleshed out perspectives, so long as he's not just writing, events that happened. Now, you want that. You definitely want that. Kind of like historical documentation of your own life and all that stuff, but you want critical thoughts on the situation and how the backdrop of your own personal life experience affects how you react to those events, right? You need to flesh that out to really understand who you are. Who we are is stories, right? And stories, there's nothing new under the sun, all right? As is written in the Bible. Nothing new under the sun. What is different for every human being, being a stained glass kaleidoscope of perspective and experiences and reactions, is that reaction. All right? We're all fractal pieces of the one source God. So, when you write, you develop your story. Yours. What you think, your reactions, it is critically important. The deepest form of thought, it really allows you to express your free will better than almost anywhere else. Because writing, there's no necessity for abstraction, right? You don't need to create some new advanced technology to be able to imagine a certain thing happening. So, I'm talking to you over thousands of miles away in a split second through the invention of cell phones, CPUs, semiconductors, the internet, etc. Those are all abstracted means by which we access this capacity. In our imaginations, we don't need those abstractions. We can just go straight to the point. All right? So, let people know what you want, and if you look at that in the perspective of the looking glass, which is time travel mechanism, then whatever your focused intent is, if your intent is focused hard enough, you can affect that reality. And in eternal time, if you affect that reality anywhere, it's affected always. It happens. You can only do that through story. Building your story. Story is your imagination. It's the culmination of your intent.
You might look back on the Bible and think when Jesus turned water into wine, that all that was somebody using a teleporter to transport wine into the mason jar or wherever he put it, as opposed to being water, right? But that's just an abstraction. Take it all the way to its logical paroxysm, emotional climax, and what happens is you get to the point where there's nothing else blocking you, and you actually can physically manifest such a thing before your very eyes, immediately, directly, in infinite time. Yeah, sure does. And that is exactly what the Bible is. That does not mean those things did not happen. They did. But it is the formal or the formalization of that information. Well said, my friend. Very pithy. I like it. Anyways, that's my workout for today. I'll go ahead and send you that manuscript. And it's long, so I don't expect you to read it in, 2 hours or something, but I'll send it to you, and when you get a chance, let me know what you think.